नमस्कार। मैं हूँ लक्ष्मी रंगराजन। आज हम वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द मच डिबेटेड 3 letter 4 letter वर्ड यानी एनजीओ एंड एफसीआरए। ये नॉन गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड फॉरेन कंट्रीब्यूशन रेगुलेशन एक्ट के बारे में आजकल काफ़ी सारे चैनल्स में डिबेट्स में बहुत सुनाई दे रहे हैं, especially after this FCRA Amendment Act 2020. This act and the role of NGOs in the society, they have been discussed in a very large level. काफ़ी लोगों को कि यही सोच है, जनरल थिंकिंग इस अच्छा एनजीओस का क्या प्रॉब्लम है। अभी एनजीओस आर डूइंग गुड वर्क, मतलब they reach out to the places where the government can't reach out. तो इनको क्यों बार बार ऐसे मारते हैं एंड वाई इज FCRA एक्ट बीइंग सो मच tightened and why is it being made stringent these days? को ऐसे बहुत आजकल डिबेट्स में और आम जनता में दिस इज द डिस्कशंस वी आर सीइंग। अभी लेट्स सी सम फैक्ट्स। अभी एनजीओस का असली काम क्या है? एनजीओस का असली काम ये होता है कि दे गेट फंड्स from India, from abroad, and they do social activities, relief activities, empowerment activities, development activities, जहां गवर्नमेंट और उनके एजेंसीज पहुंच नहीं पाए। जैसे अभी we have Akshay Patra. Akshay Patra is an NGO which is doing fantastic work in giving midday meals. So ऐसे नहीं है कि सारे NGOs बैड है और दे आर नॉट गुड, दे आर नॉट डूइंग गुड वर्क। बहुत सारे एनजीओस है विच दे आर डूइंग एन एक्सलेंट वर्क इन देयर चोजन फील्ड ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। बट प्रॉब्लम कहाँ आता है? प्रॉब्लम अराइजेस व्हेन दे गेट देयर फॉरेन फंडिंग। फॉरेन फंडिंग मतलब सिर्फ 1000-2000 नहीं, इन अनइमेजिनेबल अमाउंट ऑफ मनी थ्रू डिफरेंट अकाउंट्स अंडर डिफरेंट नेम्स। और द वर्स्ट पार्ट इज so far whatever money they are getting so far has been hugely unaccounted for. मतलब कहाँ से फंड्स आता है, वो कैसे खर्च हो जा रहा है और इनमें से कितना रियल एनजीओ वर्क के लिए जा रहा है और कितना एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव वर्क के लिए जा रहा है, तो इनका मतलब और इनका कुछ पूछताछ है ही नहीं। So that is where the danger and that is where the dangerous part comes in. Okay. So कितने सैलरीज पे स्पेंड कर रहे हैं एंड हाउ मच इज स्पेंट ऑन द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस, ट्रैवल। आपको पता है, आई वुड बी सरप्राइज्ड टू नो लाइक टिल 2014 नो वन हैज आस्क्ड दीस क्वेश्चंस टू एनजीओस। उनको सिर्फ एक रजिस्ट्रेशन मिलता है कि सर हम एनजीओ है, इस फील्ड पे काम कर रहे हैं, हमें फॉरेन में फंड लाने के लिए एक लाइसेंस चाहिए, FCRA लाइसेंस चाहिए एंड दैट्स इट। उसके बाद उनका कुछ पूछताछ नहीं, कुछ अकाउंटिंग नहीं, मतलब गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से। आपको पता है कि FCRA एक्ट कुछ अभी या आफ्टर दिस 2014 अभी कुछ आया वाला नया वाला एक्ट नहीं। नो, इट इज एन एक्ट, इट वाज देयर सिंस 1977 ड्यूरिंग इमरजेंसी टाइम। It was bought out by Srimati Indira Gandhi during the emergency period to regulate politicians getting money for their political activities from abroad. बट क्या फर्क है अभी जो पहला वाला FCRA का और यहाँ अभी जो आया वो FCRA का क्या फर्क है? This FCRA Amendment Act 2020 is making NGOs accountable for the funds collected. वहाँ मतलब that is the very most important difference this FCRA Act makes. Before we get into the thing, let us see some details. In 2015, CBI यानी कि Central Bureau of Investigation, they did a survey, मतलब they collated information from all states and union territories of India. कितने NGOs हैं, उनका क्या काम है, कितने रजिस्टर्ड है, कितने अनरजिस्टर्ड है। तो ऐसे उन लोगों ने एक सर्वे किया एंड द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड दे सबमिटेड इट टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट। यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड टू नो, in fact the whole Supreme Court was surprised. There are about 31 lakh NGOs in India. कितना 31 लाख, यानी देयर इज वन एनजीओ फॉर एवरी 400 पीपल। अरे यहाँ पुलिसमैन तो 700 700 पीपल, 700 लोगों के लिए एक पुलिसमैन है, मगर 400 लोगों के लिए एक एनजीओ है। सी द स्केल ऑफ डिफरेंस। दिस इज अबाउट 250 टाइम्स more than the number of hospitals in our country. Or another beautiful fact is that 90% of these NGOs have never filed their returns. The government keeps asking, sends notices, like how do you spend your money, मतलब कैसे आपको आता है, what is your administrative expenses, how much have you spent towards your real NGO work, मतलब इसका कुछ रिटर्न्स दे दो and give us explanations। ऐसा नोटिस पे नोटिस जाता रहता है, but 90% of these NGOs have never filed their returns. Now that is the beauty. Okay, तो इतना NGOs registered है। Okay, so इनमें से if you see टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में एक आर्टिकल छपी हुई थी that the Christian NGOs are the ones who top the list of receiving foreign funding. So there are about 31 lakh NGOs. So इनमें से who tops? The Christian NGOs, tops this list. So that was the news that Times of India gave in 2017. Now let me read out the news for you. So ये Christian NGOs में से Kerala-based Diana Charitable Trust, Gospel for Asia. It is the top NGO which has received funding, received the highest foreign funding in the year 2015-16. और इसके साथ other three Christian evangelical NGOs. The first is Ayana Charitable Trust or the Gospel of Asia. The second is the top two is Believers Church India, and the third is World Vision India. ये गॉस्पेल फॉर एशिया यानी आयना चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट को कितना मिला है इन 2015-16? उनको 826 crores ऑफ मनी दे गॉट एज देयर फंडिंग। कहां से मिला उनको? टेक्सास बेस्ड एक एनजीओ से उनको मिला है। और देयर इज अनदर आयना चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट वाज इन न्यूज फॉर अनदर notorious reason. Look at the Ayana's FCRA track. So the general accusation is that these Christian NGOs, they use money for conversions, for church planting. That is the general accusation. They say it is not, off the road or off the shelf accusation. They say, not somebody is uttering कि इन NGOs में NGOs का नाम बदनाम करें, तो ऐसे नहीं. You just go to the FCRA website and see. For example, there is this NGO called New Life Fellowship Association. So if you go to the FCRA website and see, वो किस purpose के लिए ये FCRA license मांगा? They are saying it is for religion purpose and for education and for women empowerment. But अगर आप you go to their website and see, ये education के बारे में you will not find anything. तो उनका vision ये है कि to nurture churches under our care by providing apostolic servant leadership. So this is their vision statement. So you get a license for education under women empowerment, but you do only planting churches and to tell the gospel of God. Oh, so that is so. See, not only this, there are many other instances, or there are many other cases. In 2020 February this year, there is an NGO named Karuna Bal Vikas. So this NGO was booked for using funds to push religious conversions. Okay, so and not only this, not just religious conversions, but you can see the church's NGO's hands in Kudankulam protest, even in Delhi riots, in the Thoothukudi riots. You can clearly see the church's hand. मतलब ये सब हम ऐसे ही नहीं बोल रहे. You can go search the paper news. For example, in Kudankulam protest, 3 NGOs lost their license for diverting funds. Church-based groups are under the scanner in southern Tamil Nadu after the Home Ministry scraps the license of 3 NGOs. और ये हम नहीं बोल रहे. This was disclosed by Prime Minister by the Minister of State, Mr. V. Narayan Swamy. He told that there is clearly a church's hand in the Kudamkulam protest. And he didn't disclose their names, but Narayan Swamy had alleged that the NGO was administered by Tuticorin church leader, Bishop Ivan Ambrose. He has received foreign funds of approximately 54 crores. Ambrose has been active in mobilizing popular support for the anti-nuclear protests. So now you can see, how they get the funds under the pretext of doing, social upliftment, rural empowerment, women education. But how they are using, the funds to demoralize the integrity of the country, to stall the development projects. So this is not just one. This is not just one. Another in 2017, a US-based Christian donor, Compassion International, was forced to stop operations in India after the ministry found that for these funded NGOs, it has been distributing, not only receiving money, it has been distributing it to other small NGOs, which is politically and which is against the law. You should get the money and you should use it for yourself, for your social activities as prescribed or as disclosed by you while getting the FCRA license. So this Compassion International was forced to stop operations in 2017 because it encouraged religious conversions. सिर्फ ये नहीं, and another NGO in same 2017, US based NGO founded by billionaire Michael Bloomberg Philanthropies, उसका लाइसेंस भी कैंसिल हुआ. क्यों? They were lobbying against the Indian tobacco business, aggressively lobbying against the sector. So उनका लाइसेंस भी कैंसिल हुआ था. So you can see the pattern. Like these NGOs get funds stating some other purpose, and they are not supposed to distribute it to other small NGOs. They are supposed to use it for themselves. मतलब थोड़ा administrative expenses के लिए, और बाकी को they have to use it for the work which they have stated while getting their license. But you can see this clear difference. लोग funds ले रहे, but they are using it for other purposes which would destabilize or which would stall the development of India. Let me quote some more examples. Foreign funds obtained by church was used for religious conversions. ये VHP ने एक इंस्टेंट में where we have told this New Life Fellowship Association, हमने just देखा ना, तो वो that fellowship association, that Christian NGO was caught by VHP while preaching for conversion. This is one news. Evangelical Churches Association, इसका लाइसेंस भी कैंसिल हुआ अभी सितंबर 2020 में. उनका वेबसाइट मेंशन्स देयर एजेंडा इज टू स्प्रेड द गॉस्पेल एंड प्लांट चर्चेस अमंग ट्राइबल पॉपुलेशन. Okay, so इसका लाइसेंस भी सस्पेंड हुआ था. Sorry, it was not cancelled, it was suspended in September 2020. And there is another Tamil Nadu-based Christian NGO, India Ministries. Okay, so this NGO, there are allegations against this NGO that it spreads anti-Hindu hate. Okay, I say there are like 13 NGOs lost their license for religious conversion. ये आर्टिकल भी टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में छपी हुई थी. नॉट ओनली दिस, नाउ वी ऑल हर्ड बिग टाइम अबाउट दिस दिल्ली रायट्स, राइट? सो दिल्ली रायट्स, वहाँ काफी लोगों ने उनके जान भी गई, एंड देयर वाज लॉट ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी लॉस, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम, ये सब हुआ था. और इनके पीछे कौन था? देयर इज अ HRLN, Human Rights Law Network. This is an NGO based in New Delhi, and they got funds worth 50 crores from 4 European churches, and it was diverted for these. It was used against this to defend these anti-CAA rioters. Similarly, there is another FGCI Ministries in Guntur, which they got the funds. They registered their license under the purpose of religion, cultural and economic and social work, but उनका वेबसाइट के मिशन क्या है? It mentions only conversion and church planting. Okay, तो इतना सब गवर्नमेंट ने किया, इतना लॉ टाइटन किया, फिर भी we can see only that flow of foreign funds keeps increasing year on year. इनको they receive funds under different names, through different banks, through different channels. So that is the reason ye FCRA Amendment Act 2020, they have put very stringent rules like any fund from abroad used for NGO activity only to be got through the State Bank of India, which is based at Delhi, only through that account or not through any other account, and only 20% of its expense should be used for administrative, and rest 80% should surely be used for the NGO work which they have registered under. इतना टाइटन करने के बाद but still the religious conversions, church planting keeps on increasing. ठीक है तो church planting करे तो क्या है? What is the difference? We may ask. See, it modifies the total demographic and the cultural map of India. Yeah, तो इतना सब कुछ करने के बाद भी there is no stoppage in foreign funds flow, and let us hope that the government puts much more stringent measures in regulating this FCRA getting funds from abroad. Problem ये है कि foreign funding, if it is unchecked, can run over the sovereignty of the country. NGOs definitely have played a greater role in India in upliftment of society, but ऐसा बहुत कुछ NGOs under the name of religion, under the name of church, they misuse their influence, get huge money to push vested interests, promote religious conversions, and stop developmental projects. So यहाँ है, so this is where the government of India had to step in. These NGOs through churches provide a leeway to serve the political purpose of the countries from where they get funding in from. They influence the India's policy implementation, key decisions. So uninterrupted, unchecked amount of foreign currency definitely interferes with India's strategic independence. So this video is all about FCRA and money obtained through churches. Thanks for listening. Dhanyavad.